Listen closely, because the landscape in Minneapolis is shifting right before our eyes. We are looking at a pivotal juncture for our team, the Minnesota Vikings. The front office is not just sitting on their hands. They are making calculated, aggressive moves that will define the trajectory of this franchise for years to come. From financial restructuring to roster adjustments that will send shockwaves through the league, the strategy is clear. We are entering a high-stakes period where every single decision carries massive weight. Stay locked in, because the information I have is going to change everything you thought you knew about this offseason.
Let us get right into the heart of the matter, because the news surrounding TJ Hawkinson is nothing short of a game-changer for our team. When you look at the landscape of the National Football League, you understand that cap space is king. It is the lifeblood of any championship aspiration. The recent developments regarding the structural adjustment of his deal have opened up doors that we previously thought were bolted shut. I am telling you, this is the kind of precision maneuvering that separates the contenders from the pretenders. We are talking about a tight end who is not just a safety valve for the quarterback. He is an absolute mismatch nightmare. By creating this flexibility, the front office has effectively signaled to the rest of the league that they are not in a rebuild phase. They are in an acquisition phase. Think about the implications here. We are no longer constrained by the suffocating weight of previous contracts that limited our ability to bring in impact talent. This is massive. It provides the front office with the leverage needed to aggressively target high-profile free agents who can step in on day one and elevate the standard of play. And let me tell you, the energy in the building is palpable. There is a newfound sense of urgency to maximize the current window of opportunity. The coaching staff is ecstatic, the front office is locked in, and the fans should be absolutely thrilled about the possibilities that have just materialized. This is not just a minor accounting correction. This is a strategic chess move designed to put pieces on the board that will win football games in December and January. You look at the history of successful organizations, and you always see these types of moves happening right before a breakout season. Now, I have been talking to sources deep inside the organization, and they are buzzing about the specific targets being identified. They are not looking for depth. They are looking for difference makers. This move with TJ Hawkinson is the catalyst for everything that follows. It is the spark that lights the fire of an entire offseason strategy. However, as much as this creates room for growth, it also forces some incredibly difficult conversations about the current roster. When you clear space, you often have to clear the deck of veteran talent that has been a staple of the team for years. It is a brutal business, and the next shoe to drop is going to be felt by every single soul who wears the purple and gold. Is this the beginning of a total roster transformation?
If you want to keep exclusive insights like this, subscribe now to our feed. Do not miss a single update as we break down every move our team makes during this intense offseason.
Now we have to pivot to the hard reality of professional football. Sources have informed me that the Vikings have communicated to Aaron Jones Sr. that he is on the chopping block. This is the cold, hard business side of the NFL that nobody likes to talk about, but it is necessary if you want to remain competitive in today's league. We are talking about a veteran who has been a centerpiece of the offensive identity, yet the numbers simply do not lie. By moving on from him, the team is looking to shave $7.75 million off the books for the 2026 season. That is not chump change. That is real money that can be used to bolster the defensive line or secure the secondary. Look, I understand the emotional attachment. Aaron Jones Sr. is a consummate professional, a leader, and a guy who has given everything on every snap. But we have to look at the cold, hard truth. The running back position is evolving, and the team is making a calculated decision to prioritize long-term financial health over sentimental value. If they do not find a trade partner, and mark my words, they are actively looking, he will be released when the new league year begins. This is a massive shift in philosophy. The decision to potentially part ways with such a high-caliber individual speaks volumes about the front office's commitment to building a sustainable winner. They are looking at the future, not the past. And let me tell you, this is the kind of move that sends a message to the entire locker room. No one is untouchable. The standard is the standard. If you are not part of the long-term fiscal and tactical plan, you are expendable. It is harsh, it is ruthless, and it is exactly what you need to do if you want to hoist the Lombardi Trophy. The fans are going to be upset, and I get that. I hear you. But imagine if that $7.75 million goes toward a key playmaker on the other side of the ball. That is the trade-off. That is the sacrifice.
We are watching the architecture of a new team being built in real time. The question now becomes, who else is in the crosshairs? As we watch the departure of a veteran, we have to ask ourselves, is the team clearing the decks for a massive splash elsewhere? The ripple effects of this move are going to be felt throughout the entire league, especially by those who are banking on his presence. Is this the end of the road for other veterans as well?
We are talking about a player who defined an era for this team, and now the whispers are becoming a roar. Kirk Cousins, a name that will forever be tied to the modern history of the Vikings, is now being linked to a struggling squad in desperate need of a signal caller. This is not just gossip. This is the reality of a league that is perpetually starving for stability at the most important position on the field. When you have a veteran with the pedigree and the experience of Kirk Cousins, you are talking about a commodity that is in high demand. Watching his name surface in trade or free agency rumors is the final piece of this complex puzzle we have been assembling today. It connects the financial flexibility gained from the TJ Hockenson situation with the aggressive roster pruning we saw with Aaron Jones Sr. It is all part of the same grand design. The league is watching, the media is speculating, and the agents are working overtime. For the Vikings, this is about closing the book on one chapter so they can aggressively write the next. If he finds a new home, it validates the direction our team is taking. It confirms that we are moving toward a new identity, a new era, and a new set of expectations. And let me tell you, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. You cannot stay stagnant in this league. You either evolve or you die. Kirk Cousins is a fantastic player, but the business of the NFL is about timing. It is about alignment. It is about making sure that your assets are being deployed in a way that maximizes your chances of winning today and tomorrow. The fact that he is being linked to teams that are currently struggling just underscores his value. It proves that what we had here was something special, even if it is coming to an end. We are looking at a total reset, a complete configuration of the team's identity. From the cap space to the roster depth to the veteran leadership, everything is being recalibrated. The intensity of this offseason is off the charts. We are seeing moves that will be debated for years. The front office is taking risks that others are too afraid to touch. They are betting on themselves, and they are betting on a future that looks vastly different from the recent past. Are you prepared for what comes next? Because the speed at which this team is moving is breathtaking, and we are just getting started on this journey of transformation.
We have covered a lot of ground today. From the strategic cap maneuvers to the difficult goodbyes and the league-wide rumors, one thing is abundantly clear. Our team is in the middle of a massive, franchise-altering transformation. This is not a drill. This is a complete overhaul aimed at one goal: winning. I want to know where you stand. Are you on board with these bold, aggressive moves, or do you think the front office is playing with fire? Drop a comment below and let your voice be heard, because this community is the heartbeat of the team. We are going to be right here, every step of the way, breaking down the next move. Until then, keep your eyes on the horizon. Things are only getting started.